Am I all right over there, Alan? Yeah, you're good.
In a long line of Las Vegas movies, some shined and some went by the wayside. The Hangover brought us a story that starts with just one line. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Such a simple premise to contain a story to a very unique town in the United States. A town that has the reputation of bringing the wild side in any of us. The hangover for this movie is not what happens after a night on the town. It is the consequences of our actions that are being judged. But is the movie any good? I'm Meffistoe. Like, share, and subscribe because this is my review of the movie, The Hangover.
We look at these pictures together, okay? One time. And then we delete the evidence.
The Hangover by Todd Phillips tells the story of Doug and his friends on a wild bachelor party in Vegas. Doug is marrying into a rich family with one glaringly obvious flaw. Doug's future brother-in-law is a doofus.
So tonight, I make a toast.
What do you got there?
But because Doug is such a good guy, he lets Alan tag along with him and his friends Phil and Stu to a trip to Vegas. The crew reaches the hotel and discovers that there are no rooms available, and they are forced to take on a huge suite, despite a little protest from Stu, who of course has to flip the bill.
Melissa checks my statements.
Well, we just need a credit card on file. We won't charge you anything until you check out, so you can figure it out then.
Perfect.
Before they head out for a night on the town, they go to the roof of the hotel and have a little toast. This is where the troubles begin.
To a night we'll never remember. But the four of us will never forget.
Stu, Phil, and Alan wake up in a drunken haze, not remembering what the hell happened last night. But as Phil said it, it must have been wild because they don't remember anything. What they do know is that Stu is missing a tooth, there's a tiger in the bathroom, and there's a baby in the closet. Oh, and of course, Doug is missing.
Hey guys, he's not in there.
Well, did you check all the rooms?
Yeah, I looked everywhere. Plus his mattress is gone.
The boys go downstairs to have some breakfast and start piecing together some clues on what happened. Things go from weird to weirder because when they want their car back, the valet shows up with a squad car.
Here's your car, officers.
Oh, God. All right, everybody act cool.
Nevertheless, the boys are following the breadcrumbs that lead them to a local hospital, a wedding chapel, and then a stripper's home to deliver the baby back to her.
I miss you, sweetie. Oh, and I miss you.
There, they have a run-in with the cops that they stole the squad car from, but they manage to make a deal with them in order to not get arrested. The trio recovers their original car, but hears some banging in the trunk. They really hope it was Doug, but alas, it's not. And they're in for a rude awakening.
I hate Godzilla! I hate him too! I hate him! He destroys cities!
Things go from the weird into the insane as the boys discover that Mike Tyson awaits them at their suite. Apparently, the tiger that was locked in the bathroom was his and he wants it back, and he wants the boys to deliver it to him. The crew agrees because it's Mike Tyson, but also his place is full of cameras and the trio might find a clue to the whereabouts of their friend Doug.
By the way, man, where you get that cop car from?
We stole it from these dumbass cops.
Nice!
But when that doesn't yield results, it takes just one small Chinese man with a sizable grievance to point the boys in the right direction and retrieve their friend before the wedding.
Hey,
This movie is such a blast. It starts off slow and sets up the crew and their unique personalities. And when the S hits the fan, it is a thrill ride that goes from the fire into the frying pan. Bradley Cooper, who plays Phil, is set up to be the playboy of the group, always pushing them to go forward and to do some crazy stuff. And when problems arise, he's the guy who always finds the solution. But despite this facade, Phil is a married guy with a decent job that just wants to let loose on his vacation, and the fact that he's surrounded by boys gives him that legitimacy.
Because come Sunday, you're gonna start dying. Just a little bit.
Every day.
Yeah.
All right. That's why I managed to stay single this whole time, you know?
Ed Helms, who plays Stu, is the repressed guy in the group. Always the naysayer, always cucking to reality and the girlfriend, and also his friends. He is outraged on anything out of the ordinary, always repressing himself and not enjoying the moment.
It's because we found a f***ing baby. I don't think you should curse around the child. Really? I don't think you should be around a child.
And then there's Zach Galifianakis' Alan, the crazy of the bunch. He is the catalyst of most of the troubles the group get into. He's that extra little thing that makes everything worse when it was already going bad. And you're never quite sure if he's on the spectrum, he's mentally ill, or just doing things on purpose. I mean, some people are just naive or plain old stupid, but Alan seems to be all of them, all at the same time. But this only serves to drive the comedy.
Watch this. You ever seen a baby do that?
Alan, not cool.
The Hangover is surprisingly enough a very physical comedy. There's always people getting punched, crashing cars, or flat out being molested. There's puking, urination, electrocution, and mauling. Together with that, there's a lot of subtle jokes, but it's not a laughs per minute kind of a comedy, but it's the over-the-top reaction to certain situation that just leaves you in tears of laughter.
Give me money, or I shoot him, and I shoot all you motherfuckers, and then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
If you've never seen this movie before or have seen it once and need a refresher, I will highly recommend you watch this movie. It is a great story, a great bachelor party story gone wrong, and a story centered around Vegas. And if it doesn't really make you laugh, it will certainly get your jaw dropping. From the antics of Alan to the craziness of Mr. Chow, this movie is certainly a ride for the ages. And if you're headed to Vegas anyway, it's a great watch and a warning sign to what can happen if you party a little bit too much in the city of all parties.
So long, gay boys.
I thank you for watching, and remember, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I'll see you on the next video.